So wine number two, I already cracked open tonight with dinner. I'll talk about that in a moment. Uh, that's not Roagna or Roagna. It's a Roagna. Roagna is really one of the premier producers in Piemonte, both of Barbaresco and Barolo. And I think we started last year actually with a Nebbiolo from the Langa region, not from this producer. It's a favorite area. Nebbiolos are just beautiful grapes, but people aren't drinking big Barolos and Barbarescos with their dinner every night, just like most people aren't drinking expensive Bordeaux's or $75 California Chardonnays here with dinner every night. So what most people are drinking when they're in Piemonte, if they're drinking a red, is they're drinking Barbera or they're drinking Dolcetto. Dolcetto, I picked this for a few reasons. One is, again, just to show people kind of what folks are drinking elsewhere, what they're most likely to be drinking, and what is good. But Dolcetto means little sweet one, and to kind of take a lead from the Jewish faith, if I'm not mistaken. Sweets are a big part of Rosh Hashanah, Jewish New Year, and that's to really symbolize or the hope for people to have a sweet year ahead, and we could stand to have a sweet year ahead probably. So there's a little bit of a play on words here as a New Year wine, this little sweet one, if you will. It is not sweet, and one of the things that was really great when I taste this wine is that to me it really tastes like an Italian wine. It's got that dustiness, almost kind of a leathery sort of a scent and taste, but the fruit comes shining through, and there's great acidity. Now this tends to be a softer, lighter wine, kind of Merlot-like, if you will. Which I don't think is a bad thing, folks, because for those of you that had that Bordeaux last month, that was 90% Merlot, and I don't think anyone would find that to be kind of soft or flimsy wine. But Roagna has these plots of Dolcetto that grow alongside not only their two best Barbaresco Nebbiolo plots, but what are considered two of the best plots of land in anywhere in the Langa region of Piemonte. And they're about 45 to 60 years old, so they've gotten some great depth and intensity for the fruit. This is fifth generation family Roagna, and they make this wine in an old style, which means it's very hands off. It stays on the skins for 3 months, 90 days, which is pretty amazing. Really extracts again even more heft, and it's aged in barrels. Used neutral barrels, so you're not going to get that sort of oaky vanilla flavor or taste here, but you will get some definite added structure to the wine. So what you have here is a wine that tends to be made from a grape that's a little bit softer, but based on the age of the vines and the way they make it, they give it a little more heft, which to me makes it much more food friendly and age worthy. And maybe stands up really nicely if you give it a little decant if you want, or if you have a glass or two one night and you go back and revisit it the next night. I think you'll find pretty interesting, or just see how your wine develops in the glass over the course of a couple of hours. Now tonight, the reason why I opened it was I was making. I'm going to see if I could find a picture here to show you. I made. Making dinner, and I just kind of throwing together some ingredients that I had. I had some ground pork and some ground veal and some vegetables, and I said, I'm gonna make a bolognese out of this, pretty quick bolognese. And let me see if I can find a picture of it, and I can even show you. Let's see if that shows up there. Look at that, huh? For those of you who follow me on Instagram, the Grapes Unwrapped, you'll probably see something like this soon. So I made this bolognese, and I thought it went really, really well because, I've got some vegetables, got some fennel and tomato in there and carrots, and I throw, I'm a big umami fan, so there's mushrooms, and I have porcini powder in there, and I have a little bit of anchovy paste all kind of mixed in. and some good grated Italian cheese, pecorino. So so again, I like that umami. I like that earthiness, and there's a touch of earthiness in this wine too. I think that went really well. Softer tannins, but still tannins that hold up the food like that. Any kind of tomato-based pasta or margarita pizza, this will go really well with. Really good with chicken dishes, even with like a lighter kind of lighter stews and soups. I think you'd that with vegetables and some meat and stuff, I think you'll find that this holds up really nicely too. Incredibly versatile food wine. And I think this is a nice, pleasant surprise again, because some dolcettos you get are pretty soft. The grape is called Little Sweet One because of the size of the grapes and probably also the flavor too. But again, this is a great example of a high quality winery, and this is really truly one of the premier producers. Some of their Barolos and Barbarescos, we're talking about, wines that age 10, 20 plus years, also going to cost you well into the three figures. So to be able to get a wine at this price point, made same manner from the same land, same people, the way they've been making these wines for 5 generations, at the price point is a great value. They don't skimp on the value, and they don't skimp on the winemaking and the quality. Just because it's a less expensive wine, what they've actually done is shown how you can take this grape and elevate it, just as they've done with Barolo and Barbaresco. So, all right.